Hey guys, Sen here. Today I've done it again. I've taken out yet another high level capital peak down in 2 attacks. And not only that, I wiped out this entire clan at number 10 in sub 15 hits by taking out each and every one of their bases in 2 hits. So we'll get to some of those other districts as well, but of course, we're going to start on that capital peak 2 shot. Alright, so this is the base, and you can see there are no ruins that have been left on the outside of the base. Everything has been moved inside of its walls and is super high level with those maxed out spear throwers, cannons, multi-cannons, multi-mortars, and everything else here is super high level. You're going to see how we take this out. We're going to start with a rage in to drop so we don't have to worry about that later. Then we'll start in with 2 packs of archers on the sides to clear out all these clan houses out of range of all the ground targeting defenses. And before they start getting in range, we'll drop in that ram inside of that rage and a barb in behind to clear the rest of those clan houses that are being guarded by the defenses and protect those archers. You're going to see with this last clan house, there's one smart archer that stands just outside of range of that cannon and that spear thrower and is going to pick that off for me. But we are going to put this at times 1 half speed because after this goes down, you can see we have 2 super dragons in the camps. We drop in a rocket balloon on the top side to take out that rapid rocket if possible. Then a Larry barrel to distract this entire section before dropping 1 dragon on this cannon and 1 dragon on this air defense. And even at 1 half speed, look at that. They are melting this compartment so fast with the help of that rage. Because all of the defenses are touching each other, all those 2x2 buildings, those super dragon splash breaths will splash everything there, and they do so much damage that they'll melt that entire compartment in like 5 seconds flat with the help of that rage. So even though super dragons are super squishy and they'll just get melted by anything, with that help of that just 1 Larry barrel providing the tanking on their approach, they're able to get down a couple of breaths, which is all they need to melt through that entire section of the base. And now we are going to try to also push into the capital peak. This is a very condensed base, and so there are a lot of defenses around this capital peak within wizard chain distance. And so on the second hit, we want to land a wizard bomb and try to finish off what is left on the base with the rest of our troops. And in order to do that, we are going to have to clear the way with archers on this hit that we are going to ×2 through the rest of. We're going to try to pick off this Inferno Tower and clear some of the buildings on the sides, and so we can start deploying our wizards on the south side of the capital peak into this little junction over here. So hopefully they can also stand outside of the range of this giant cannon over here. But we are also going to drop in that last zap on those top 3 air defenses because we're going to finish that off with more zaps and try to finish off this base after the wizard bomb with rocket balloons. We'll drop in our heal preemptively so we don't have to worry about that. Then we'll drop in our archers on the spear thrower to take that out. And after this capital peak gets its shot off, we'll put this at ×1 half speed, but we'll drop in that giant to tank the capital peak, a barbarian to start clearing the side trash buildings, and then a P.E.K.K.A. in this inner ring to take out these 2 rapid rockets, as well as distract this blast bow and this rocket artillery. And we're trying to distract all of these key defenses so that they won't be splashing on top of our wizards, and so our wizards won't die through that heal. And then we will drop in our wizards through the south side junction. They'll target that blast bow, take it out, and then once that blast bow goes down, they'll all converge on top of this district hall. And because the district hall has so much HP on the capital peak, everything will get taken out by the wizard chains before the district hall goes down. Now that giant cannon actually locks on top of my super wizards, but it goes down, and also its shot is staggered with the capital peak shot, and so my wizards get healed up before the capital peak rains down on them. And so you can see those wizards chain down everything around it and are finally working through the rest of the HP on that district hall. That entire core is gutted, and before they all die, we take advantage of their tanking by dropping in the rest of our troops, our rocket balloons, in behind really fast, a zap to help reset that rapid rocket to assist our loons, and then that last loon pulls that zap trap for me, which is super nice for me because we'll send in that last pack of rocket balloons from the right side, pick off that wizard tower that doesn't do too much single target damage, and my loons are home free. There's nothing else on this base that can target them. There's just a couple of cannons left and a couple of defensive ground targeting troops with those giants and that raid cart. One of my rocket balloons has also peeled off towards the bottom side to clear all of those clan houses. We had a ton of time left anyway, so even if he didn't, we would have had plenty of time to work through all those clan houses on the backside. But we are going to ×4 through the rest of this. It's just cleanup. That first hit was so sick with those 2 super dragons melting that compartment, and that second hit, that wizard bomb tanking all those splash defenses, was so perfect. This was an incredible two-shot hit against this super compact base. But also, I just noticed that I got 7,900 capital gold on this second hit. I didn't even realize this after I just landed the attack because I was so hyped and I had to get this recorded. But that is probably also a record for me in a single attack. Alright, so let's take a look at a couple of other bases from this clan. I'm not going to show all of them because a lot of them look like this. I'm going to start in with a ram to go ahead to test for traps. Oh my goodness, a big bomb, 2 small bombs, and a log trap all get pulled by that ram before he finally goes down to all those point defenses on the backside. But you can see all of these bases from this clan have the similar theme that they have tons of high value defenses around their district hall, and that leads to just such an insane wizard bomb for me that I basically did on every one of their bases. I'm not going to show every single one because it might get a little boring, but I will show a couple because these are always so fun to watch. The way we're going to do it is, as always, we're going to push into that district hall by trying to take out all of those defenses on the approach with our archers. Also get those rages set up to make sure our wizards are going to be standing inside a rage as they hit on that district hall, and chain down every one of those defenses around it with the help of those rams to help tank. So a couple more packs of archers inside of that rage to go in, and as they lose stealth, we'll also drop in a couple of rams to help distract. But we'll just drop in one more pack of archers on that side and one more zap to finish off the bomb tower, and we are already here. And at this point, we'll drop in a pack of archers on the spear thrower to finish off that flanking defense. But we're at this point where we're going to start with a giant to help distract the 2 rocket artilleries, and then our rams to go ahead and continue distracting all the defenses around it, especially that inferno tower as well. And once that giant goes down, those rocket artilleries are going to be distracted for those wizards to chain down everything in this compartment. You can see how sick this is. My wizards are going to take everything out there, and then they're going to be at full health to go ahead and grab a bunch more chains on top of the spear thrower and get a bunch of damage over here as well. So that'll soften all those defenses for just a couple more packs of archers to go in and snipe a ton of those that are left on the base. And you can see after our archers are all said and done, they've had their say against this base. Holy cow, there is nothing left. There is a rocket artillery on the back end and like no other defenses. There's a crusher as well, I guess, but you can see we basically can finish off this base with whatever we want. If I was live streaming, I'd probably be forced to use a mountain golem, but we're just going to come in with some hogs and just easily finish off this base. A Larry barrel down south to help clear all these defenses over here, and a ram to help distract a little bit as well. And so those Larrys are going to go forward, clear all those point defenses out of range of any splash defenses. There's just that one rocket artillery over there that my Larrys are going to try to avoid. We want to take out these clan houses over here because we want to be able to directly target this crusher with our hog gliders. You can see a lot of my Larrys got blown up actually. There's a couple left. They're going to finish off some of those clan houses, and the rest of them are going to, I don't know how they're in range of that rocket artillery, but they get blown up. I don't know why, but one barbarian to finish off that last clan house, and then we're good to go. One giant to tank that rocket artillery, and then we just swarm whatever's left on this base with our 12 hog gliders. I mean, we can do whatever we want with those hogs. There are basically no traps over here either because they're all on that entry. But yeah, we're finishing off the rest of this base. We have 2 heals left in the bag, and of course, they're going to go on top of that river, which is what we like to do on these attacks. And a zap as well, because why not? And we're finishing off the space with tons of swag troops as well in the bag. Alright, just one more attack, and this time against the Builder's Workshop. You can see once again, this clan decides to leave all of its key defenses around this one district hall to all get chained down. We're going to come from the top left this time, and so we will get a good angle on this district hall to snipe all these defenses from the top left side with our wizard chains. And also this giant cannon was just completely not protected on this top side from any air troops, so we'll just drop in one pack of minions to help snipe that for free. We'll finish off that last clan house with a zap spell, and we're going to push our way in with archers once more and a couple of rage spells. We'll ×2 through here. We'll send in a ram to help distract as well as find any traps if possible. But those archers are going to work through all those defenses. This base once again is super condensed, and so there isn't even that much room for traps. We'll just drop in our packs of archers one by one and set up our second rage to once again cover this district hall with our wizards, and drop in a couple more rams. A bunch of zap traps get popped. There's just a couple more defenses that we have to work through with one more pack of archers. and a Tesla is actually going to pop on me on the left side, so that's going to cost me a couple packs of archers. We want to try to finish off the spear thrower if possible, and so we can get our wizards on top of the district hall directly as fast as possible. So we'll try to send in that barbarian, but that barbarian gets killed, and so we'll drop in another barbarian to see if that one can do it. He finally gets the job done, and at this point we'll put this at ×1/2 speed. We'll drop in a ram to help open up this wall over here, a giant on the side to help tank the giant cannon after those rams go down, and a couple more rams to go forward inside the compartment to go ahead and tank for the rest of my wizards. Unfortunately, I dropped my wizards directly into the giant cannon shot, as well as a pack of archers instead of one more ram, and so we have messed this up quite a little bit, but those wizard chains are going to do so much damage, take out that district hall, and those wizards are going to have just enough to finish off that giant cannon with the help of those archers. That blast bow has also gotten a bunch of HP taken down, and so we just have a couple more packs of archers to help finish that off. But once again, you can see, because the defender has put all of its key defenses around the district hall that we bombed, there's nothing left on the backside. There's just one giant cannon this time, and we're going to come in with our hogs to stun this crusher on his approach and just absolutely demolish what is left on this base. Not much, but we're going to get it done by starting on this bottom side. Like I said, a ram to help distract, a Larry to help distract as well, all these ground targeting point defenses. Also our hogs to send in to distract the wizard towers for our Larrys, so those Larrys distract the point defenses, and then the hogs distract the wizard tower. Perfect synergy. Now they're going to work towards the giant cannon, where we're going to drop in a ram and a giant to help distract a little bit, and then our hog gliders from all different directions, so that giant cannon shot shooting in a straight line isn't going to hit any big packs of hogs at once, and all those hogs are going to stun the rest of the defenses. And once again, because there's nothing left, there's no point in dropping those heals on our hogs. We'll just drop them on the river and have like all of our hogs left anyways. We'll times 4 through the rest of this cleanup. They just have to walk around and grab the rest of those defenses. But yeah, this is how all of my attacks went against this clan. Absolutely crushing hits following a wizard bomb. That is the power of wizard bombs on super condensed bases. And just a reminder before I go, make sure you join our Discord linked in the description below if you haven't already. We are quickly closing in on 1,500 members, so help us get over that last stretch, and also come hang out and talk Clan Capital and all things Clash. But I hope you enjoyed today's replays. Like and subscribe if you did, and take care.